Everything you experience in life, whether it's pain, joy, success, or failure, is temporary. Nothing stays the same. You might feel stuck in your current situation, like the weight on your shoulders will never lift. But that's an illusion. Life is constantly changing, shifting like waves in the ocean. The harsh reality you face today won't be your reality tomorrow. This understanding is powerful because it means your pain isn't permanent, and neither is your comfort zone. If you're feeling trapped, remind yourself that time is moving, and with it, your circumstances will change. When you're going through tough times, it's easy to believe you're alone or that your problems define you. But remember, everyone you look up to, the successful, the strong, the wealthy, they all faced moments when nothing seemed to go their way. They felt pain just like you. They lost battles, and they had to pick themselves up over and over. What made them different was their belief that the struggle was temporary. They didn't quit because they understood that pain is fleeting, but quitting lasts forever. You have to adopt the same mindset. When life hits hard, don't bend or break. Stand tall, knowing this too shall pass. Success, on the other hand, is a delicate thing. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that once you reach a certain level, money, fame, comfort, it will stay with you forever. But that's not how life works. Success demands constant effort. It's a moving target. If you stop pushing, the ground beneath your feet shifts. Today sips victories, one tit guarantee tomorrow sips wins unless you keep grinding. This is why so many people lose their success. They forget that everything is temporary, including the highs. The moment you get comfortable, you become vulnerable. You have to hustle every single day to maintain what you've earned. Even relationships and friendships are temporary. People come and go in your life. Some stay for years, some just a moment. Life is about growth, and growth means change. Sometimes the people who meant the world to you will walk away. And that's okay, it hurts, but remember, their departure opens space for new connections and opportunities. Don't waste energy trying to freeze time or force permanence. Accept the impermanence and focus on building the strongest version of yourself instead. Your mindset is what truly lasts, or it should. When you realize that everything external is temporary, you start focusing on what you can control. Your mindset, your discipline, your habits. These are your weapons to fight the unpredictability of life. Build mental toughness knowing that setbacks will come and go, and so will triumphs. Develop a hunger to improve that no temporary situation can kill. The pain of today should fuel the fire for tomorrow's success. Remember, the most powerful people aren't those who avoid pain, but those who learn from it and keep moving forward. Fear is also temporary. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown, they're all just temporary feelings trying to control your life. But you have the power to outlast fear. The moment you decide to face your fears head on, they lose their grip. The discomfort will pass, but the confidence and strength you gain by pushing through will stay with you much longer. Never let temporary fear decide your future. Let courage guide your steps, because courage is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. Think about this. Even your body is temporary. Every second it's changing, growing older, and eventually it will fade. The only thing you can truly invest in is your character and your mindset. These are the things that leave a legacy. So don't waste your energy chasing temporary pleasures or worrying about temporary setbacks. Life will throw challenges your way. When you feel overwhelmed by failure or loss, remind yourself it's only a moment in your journey. Some of greatest wins come after the darkest moments. If you quit now, you shall never see that breakthrough. But if you keep going, you shall soon find that the hard times were just fire that forged your strength. So today, I want you to commit to embracing the temporary nature of everything. Use it as your motivation to never settle, to never quit, and to never get comfortable. The pain will fade, the success will require effort to keep, the people who stay will be those who add value, and the fears will lose their power. But your mindset, the way you respond to all this, is what will determine your legacy. Build it strong, build it relentless, and remember, everything is temporary. Your greatness doesn't have to be. Stay focused, stay hungry, and never forget the truth that makes warriors out of men. Everything is temporary. So grind hard today, because the future you want depends on the choices you make right now. Don't waste time wishing for easier days. Make today count, because this moment, just like all the rest, will pass. And when it does, will you be ready to rise to the next challenge, or will you let it break you? The choice is yours. Now that you understand everything around you is temporary, it's time to look inward and ask yourself, what am I building that will last beyond these temporary moments? What kind of legacy am I creating for myself? Because the truth is, The only thing you can truly control is how you react to life's temporary nature. You can let it break you, or you can let it make you. Every challenge, every loss, every setback is an opportunity disguised as discomfort. The temporary nature of pain means it's also your chance to grow, to evolve, to become better than you were yesterday. Let me tell you something that most people don't want to hear. Comfort is the enemy of progress. Comfort feels good now, but it robs you of the chance to experience growth. And growth is never comfortable. Growth is painful. Growth demands sacrifice. But here's the key. Since everything is temporary, your discomfort today will pass. You won't be stuck in that comfort zone forever unless you choose to stay there. If you want to level up in life, you have to embrace the temporary pain of hard work, discipline, and sacrifice. Because the reward on the other side will also be temporary. But the skills, the mindset, and the confidence you build will last. You see, many people get trapped chasing temporary pleasure and avoiding temporary. They scroll social media endlessly, waste time in meaningless distractions, and delay the work that could change their lives. This is the biggest mistake you can make. Time is your most valuable asset, and it's slipping away second by second. But here's the catch. The clock doesn't care about your excuses. It will keep ticking whether you use it wisely or waste it. The sooner you accept that everything is temporary, including your youth, your energy, and your chances, the sooner you will start acting like a man who knows exactly what he wants and is willing to fight for it. There's no magic pill, no shortcut. The grind is real, and it's relentless. But remember, every second of effort you put in is a deposit into your future. The future version of yourself will thank you for not giving up when things got tough. When your mind tries to convince you that quitting is easier, remember that quitting means accepting that the temporary pain will last forever in the form of regret. Regret is permanent if you let it be. So instead of fearing temporary pain, fear a lifetime of regret for not trying hard enough. Maybe it's a toxic relationship, a job that drains your soul, or bad habits that keep you stuck. Holding on to these things just because they feel familiar is a trap. Everything and everyone in your life is temporary, including you. Your time is limited, and you owe it to yourself to make the most of it. Let go of what's holding you back and make space for what will push you forward. This is how you grow. This is how you evolve. You are not your failure. You are not your mistakes. You are not the harsh words people throw at you. Those are all temporary things. What matters is how you respond. You can choose to let those temporary moments define you, or you can choose to learn, adapt, and come back stronger. And remember, resilience is built by enduring temporary hardship with a mindset that says, this will pass and I will be better because of it. Let's talk about fear again, because fear is what keeps people trapped in their temporary misery. Fear of change, fear of failure, fear of the unknown. But here sits the truth. Nothing good ever comes from staying in your comfort zone. The people who achieve greatness are not fearless. They just feel the fear and do it anyway. Fear is temporary, but regret is forever. Every step you take toward what scares you is a step toward freedom. Freedom from the temporary chains that hold you back. So instead of letting fear dictate your choices, let your desire for growth, success, and fulfillment guide you. Think about your goals. They might seem far away, almost impossible right now. But remember, even the longest journey is made up of small temporary steps. Each day you wake up and push forward, you're one step closer. It's easy to get discouraged when you look at the big picture, but if you break it down into manageable parts and focus on the temporary progress, the impossible starts to become possible. The temporary struggle you feel today is the foundation of your future success. Here's another harsh truth. Life is unfair. Bad things happen to good people. Sometimes the universe will throw curveballs at you to knock out. But guess what? That too is temporary. You might get knocked down, but you don't have to stay down. You have the power to get back up. Dust yourself off and keep going. The universe doesn't owe you fairness, but it does reward those who refuse to give up. So when life feels like it's against you, remember that this moment will pass and your comeback will be legendary. Many people waste their lives waiting for the right moment, the perfect conditions, or some external validation. They delay taking action because everything feels uncertain. But here's the reality. The only moment you have is now. The perfect moment doesn't exist. Everything is temporary, including your motivation, your energy, and your opportunities. So don't wait for life to be easy or perfect to start chasing your dreams. Start now with whatever you have. Because starting is the most important step, and the momentum you build will carry you through the temporary doubts and fears. When you finally understand the temporary nature of life, you start to appreciate what really matters. You stop stressing over small setbacks or temporary failures because you know they're just passing moments. You invest your time and energy into what builds you, what challenges you, and what pushes you forward. You stop wasting time on meaningless drama, toxic people, and distractions that don't serve your goals. You become laser focused on your mission because you know that time is limited and everything is temporary. So, what's your plan? Are you going to keep living like everything is permanent, stuck in fear, doubt, and comfort? Or are you going to take control of your temporary moment and turn them into your advantage? You have the power to decide right now. The pain, the success, the relationships, the fears, they're all temporary. But the legacy you leave, the mindset you build, and the man you become, those can be permanent if you fight for them every single day. Remember, no matter how bad it gets, no matter how long it feels, everything is temporary. This is both a warning and a promise. A warning that you can lose everything if you get complacent. And a promise that no pain, no failure, no setback will last forever if you keep moving. So keep grinding, keep pushing, keep believing, because the only thing that's permanent is your refusal to quit. That's the mindset that separates winners from losers. Winners know everything is temporary and they use that truth to fuel their hunger. Losers get comfortable and forget that life is a constant battle of change. So get uncomfortable, get hungry, get to work. Because the moment you stop, everything you've built can disappear. But if you keep going, the temporary moments will lead you to a permanent victory. Now go out there, embrace the temporary nature of life and turn it into your biggest advantage. Your future depends on it.